What's up, America? Y'all know what this is. Dropping it. Music has always been a source of inspiration to black people. Ever since the days of slavery, when so-called Negro spirituals was used as a way of communicating messages among the slaves on each plantation, and sometimes plantations near. Even in the jazz era, musicians still found ways of communicating messages, such as John Coltrane in his song Alabama. You can feel his rage about the 4 little girls that was killed in the 16th Avenue Baptist Church, or Charles Mingus in his song Faber's Fables. In this song, he talks about then Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus, who in 1957 sent out the National Guard to prevent the integration of Little Rock Central High School. Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit was a powerful piece describing the countless lynchings of black men throughout the South. Sam Cooke was active in making his music socially conscious. His famous song, A Change Is Gonna Come, was a civil rights song and served as the perfect backdrop for Spike Lee's acclaimed film Malcolm X, and was a heartfelt moment in the movie history, similar to the last segments of Cooley High. James Brown boldly announced to the world, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud." Marvin Gaye dedicated entire albums to socially conscious issues. Gil Scott-Heron, The Last Poets, I can go on and on. Black music was always used as a tool to awaken people socially. I will give you a brief definition of conscious rap. Conscious rap is music that is focused on social issues, political issues, economical issues. Also, that shows aversions to violence, which may include religion, black culture, and the advancement of black culture. The civil rights movement is a heavy influence in conscious rap, along with the black nationalist movements of the 60s. In 1982, Grandmaster Melly Mel, The Message, was the first conscious rap song. The next year, he dropped the classic White Lines, and conscious rap was born. Rap fans up until that time had only been exposed to dance and party songs. The Message dealt with the harsh realities of life in the ghetto, which many rap fans then and even now still encounter. White Lines Don't Do It highlighted how cocaine was being introduced to the black community and how deadly this epidemic was to become. But the group that would be groundbreaking and that would eventually lay the foundation for conscious MCs everywhere was Long Island, New York's Public Enemy. Their 1987 debut, Yo Bum Rush's Show, was phenomenal. The release of their 1988 It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back sent conscious rap into a new atmosphere. Chuck D became the king of conscious rap, a title that he still owns today. Boogie Down Productions' 1988 release, By Any Means Necessary, was spectacular in the advancement of conscious hip-hop. The album cover depicting him in the same pose as Malcolm X got the intended attention that it was seeking. KRS-One, coming off the death of his longtime partner, Scott LaRock, starts to elevate the consciousness of his music. He will later on develop the Stop the Violence movement, and in 1989 he will bring together an A-list of rap superstars to record Self-Destruction, a great protest song to the violence that was occurring in the black communities everywhere. He also spawned the Heal movement, which stood for human education against lies and a temple of hip-hop. Queen Latifah's 1989 classic, All Hail the Queen, was the first time black women were now getting involved socially in hip-hop. She helped formulate the Flavor Unit that became like a who's who of conscious rap that included Lakim Shabazz and Black Sheep. The Flavor Unit would also become a very successful management company, managing groups like Naughty by Nature and Zane. The Native Tongues, which consisted of Cool DJ Red Alert, A Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and Prince Paul, was also instrumental in moving conscious rap forward. This group was formulated in 1989 and was an exceptional group. Also in 1989, Brand Nubians was formed after Grand Puba split up with his original group, Masters of the Ceremony. Their 1989 debut, All for One, would become a huge album and one of the most conscious albums to date. This album would become the unofficial street anthem of the era and garner massive critical acclaim. In 1990, we would then see a strong list of artists releasing conscious hip-hop, like the Poor Righteous Teachers classic Holy Intellect and X-Clans to the East Blackwoods. Also, Paris, The Devil Made Me Do It. Paris, a native of San Francisco, was extraordinary in the way he infused the Black Panther philosophy in his music. Also to be noted is that the conscious movement wasn't just defined to the East Coast. At around the same time, Ice Cube, formerly of NWA, had formulated the Lynch Mob, which consists of T-Bone, Shorty, J.D., and Malky. Their music was heavily influenced by the Nation of Islam, evidenced by Ice Cube's 1991's Death Certificate. This album showcases many classical moments of Khalid Muhammad. Khalid Muhammad, one of the top ministers in the Nation of Islam. The theme here is that these artists wasn't afraid to express their concerns for the community or their self-pride or awareness. The music today has gotten more and more away from this and is producing a bunch of unconscious children with no awareness of the world around them or even any history of themselves. Although there's rappers today like Dead Prez, Common, Mos Def, Talib Kweli, The Roots, and even Kanye West who strive to be socially conscious in their music, the balance just isn't there. For every snap-happy rapper played on the radio or seen in a video, you hardly see any of the ones that I mentioned. So in conclusion, is rap unconscious or is it the rappers? You tell me. And on that note, I teach and I don't preach. Peace.